this is Denise Johnson, Stamp Designs with Denise in Bedford, New Hampshire. Welcome to my Paper Pumpkin alternate card video. Today I'm going to be showing you cards from the Paper Pumpkin August 2020 kit called The World's Greatest. The Paper Pumpkin is a monthly Stampin' Up! Crafting subscription kit that delivers creativity to your door. You can order it monthly through Stampin' Up! And on the 11th of every month, this box will ship to you. If you need to suspend your subscription, you can do that. If there's a month you do not wish to receive, you can do that. So I will put a link in this video that will talk to you more about what Paper Pumpkin is and how you can start your own subscription. If you already are a subscriber, thank you. And I hope that you enjoy these alternate cards using this kit. Every month when you get your box, it comes with all the supplies you need to make the cards. This is the world's greatest, and so it has these directions with it. It has explanation for how to put the kits together, and then on the back it tells you what your coordinating Stampin' Up! Colors are going to be and everything that's included in the kit. There's always a stamping spot included with it, so you always have a coordinating color to use. This month's kit, these are the cards that you could make with the kit. You can make 3 of each. This is a shaker card. This is another card using the plaid. And then this is the last card that had the trophy. And it also came with, if I can find them, it also has coordinating envelopes that came with them. So the kit contains everything you need to make your cards and get them out in the mail. So next month, the kit is called Hello Pumpkin, and it is a autumn-themed treat packaging kit. So you can make treats with it that are either Halloween themed or fall themed, and you get to choose how you want to make those. And again, I'll be showing alternates with those. I'm sure there's going to be plenty of opportunity to use the items in this kit to make cards as well. So let's get started with a card. Our first card is going to use one of the card bases from the kit, this blue plaid one. And then I have a layer of Bumblebee, and I had some measurements here. So my Bumblebee is 3 5/8 by 4 7/8, and then I have a layer of the Whisper White that is 4 3/4 by 3 1/2. I also have 2 strips of the Gingham Bumblebee ribbon. They're 5 inches each. And then I have some scrap Whisper White paper. I'm going to be using this detailed trio punch and also the layering circles, die cuts. So the first thing I'm going to do is measure down. We're going to make this into a pocket card. So I'm going to measure down 2 1/2 inches on this and mark it right here. This is on the inside front cover of that card. And then I'm going to use my paper trimmer . So I'm going to go from the corner here to where I made my pencil mark right there and trim that off. So it trimmed it off like this. And this is going to be our pocket that I'm going to make. want to do is use the tear and tape, which is a very strong adhesive tape. And I'm going to seal this up the side here and then across the bottom. And now if we just peel this off, I can seal this like this, and this has created my pocket, which is where I'm going to put my card. So I'm going to attach my Whisper White layer to the Bumblebee. I'm going to use this on the detailed trio punch, and it punches a little hole right in the top that I can then put my ribbon in. And this is going to be my card insert. And the ribbon is what helps us pull it in and out of there. So now we're going to do a little bit of stamping on my scrap paper. I am going to use the Bumblebee ink. And then this is from the stamp set that's included in the kit. I'm going to stamp that, and then I have a sentiment that says "You're the best," and I'm going to stamp that in the Pacific Point. Right on there. And then we're going to use our layering circles, and I will use my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And I am going to run this through that and die cut those shapes out, and then I will be right back. Now I also die cut out a piece of Pacific Point. I had a piece of scrap paper because I'm going to want to layer this on this. And then I had a second piece of ribbon that I'm going to put underneath. This is going to go on the front of here. So I'm going to tape that on and then use some dimensionals. And attach that to my front. Right there. And there we have our pocket card. So our next card is going to be a shaker card. I'm going to clean off these stamp sets. So this, it's a foam, it's adhesive on both sides of it. This is what's going to make our shaker card. These were inside the kit. This is a white card base that was also inside the kit. This is included in the kit. This clear sheet came in the kit. I have 5 inches of ribbon. I have these gold elements that were also in the kit, and then I have one of the round whisper white circles, and then I also have a piece of whisper. I don't actually think I need that for this card, so what I'm going to do is using this medallion stamp again. And this time I'm going to use Pacific Point and the Mint Macaron. And I'm going to stamp this around the front of my card base. Like that. I'm going to clean it because then I want to do some in the Pacific Point as well. So then what I'm going to do is take the foam here, peel off one side of it. This gets attached to that, carefully gets attached to the front of the card base. And then I'm going to put these stars came in the kit. I'm going to put some of these stars in here. We need to attach this sheet, a clear sheet of acetate, onto the front. And then this will go on top of this, but I want to attach this ribbon first right across the middle. So we're going to tape this onto the back side. And then this can be attached onto the foam. So that makes our shaker card. And then we're going to add these onto the front here, our little metal. And in this one, I want to stamp the world's greatest teacher on it. I have a lot of teacher friends that are all headed back to either classrooms or remote learning right now. And they're under a lot of stress, so I'm going to send this to one of my teacher friends. And this sentiment is also included in the kit. So let's get these attached to that. And then we can attach it to the front of the card. Like that, and there's our shaker card. Okay, let me just get these out of the way. And we'll get going on our next card. So for this one, I took one of the card bases from the kit and I cut it down to 4 inches by 5¼ inches. This is in the kit. These are also all in the kit. And then I have my card base is going to be Pacific Point. It's 11 inches by 4¼ scored at 5½. And then I have a sheet of Whisper White that's 4 by 5¼ for the inside of the card. So what I want to say on this one is World's Greatest Kid. So on this, I'm going to stamp the number 1 in Pacific Point all over this layer. So I'm just going to randomly stamp these on. There we go. And then these would just get layered on here. And then I need to clean. I guess I'm going to do this in Pacific Point, which is the color I used the last time. So I will keep that with Pacific Point. Stamped on that, and then so with this one, I'm actually going to cut this straight up the middle. Tape it to the back of that. And then use some dimensionals to pop it up. Right there, and then my sentiment will go right on the top. And this Whisper White layer is for the inside. Oh, I got ink on it. I got it all over my fingers here. that happens. So I'm going to get a clean piece, but that would go in there, and that would be the inside of our card. So that's our next card done, and I will find a nicer piece of white paper. And now this is our last card. So for this, I'm using some elements from the kit, but I am also going to use this small bloom punch, and for my sentiment I'm going to use Delightful Day stamp set. So these are in the kit, these vellum pieces, but I want to add some color to them. So I'm going to use my mint macaron, and I'm going to sponge color onto them. So I'm just going to set those aside for a minute so that they dry and I don't smudge them. And then I have a Whisper White card base. It's 8.5 by 5.5. It's scored at 4 1/4. I have a layer of the Pacific Point, and this is 3 3/4 by 5 1/4. My Whisper White is 3.5 by 5. I have a layer of the Mint Macaron, which is 3 1/4 by 4 5/8. A Whisper White layer that is 4 by 2 3/4. And then this element was inside the kit. It had a punched out blue circle, and that this was actually the center of this card here. So I decided that I think it's supposed to be more of like a waste piece of paper, but I thought I would make a card using it. So what I'm going to do is center it on this smaller Whisper White layer and draw myself a little bit of a guideline, because I want to stamp my sentiment right in the middle of that using the Pacific Point ink. And so the sentiment I said was from the Delightful Day stamp set, and it says, "Wishing you a delightful birthday." So that is centered in there. And then I want to erase my guidelines that I drew. And so all my layers now just get attached. So that's going to go in the center of that. That is layered on the Mint Macaron layer. This is going to go on the Whisper White layer. And then that is on that. And then we can add it to the card base. And then what I wanted to do is add some punched flowers to bring some flowers onto it. So let's do 3 of these. And I'm going to punch one out of the Bumblebee cardstock. And I had some glue dots. I will use some glue dots to attach these. So these are, I thought these were sort of masculine cards with the plaid and the green and the blue colors. So I thought that I would add the punched flowers to kind of make this a little bit more feminine, this one card. Do that there, and then I have some of these holiday rhinestone basic jewels, and we need to add some sparkle to this card. So I'm gonna add those to the center of my punched blooms. And there we go, that's my last card. So mostly using all elements that were in the kit, a few extra stamp sets, some layering circles, punch, and, oh, completely forgot. I had done these, and I wanted to put these around that circle that way. Set them aside to dry, and I forgot all about them. So we'll just tuck them in there now, and then I will, there. That's what I wanted to do with those. So there we go. This is one last card that I made using the elements from the August kit, and then also using the balloon bouquet builder to make the balloons. And the balloon strings come from the Forever Greenery ribbon pack. So these are from the card front, the plaid ones. They are 3/4 inches by 4 inches. So I cut 5 of those, and then this is that ribbon. I used a scrap piece of Whisper White to make the sentiment, and then flagged it, and then attached all of that to a piece of the Bumblebee cardstock, which is 4 inches by 5 1/4, and then attached it to one of the Whisper White card bases that are in the kit. And that is my last alternate card. And then we'll bring out all the other ones to show you. And that's it. So please comment or share on my video. This helps me bring free videos to you. And remember to leave a little sparkle wherever you go. Thanks for watching.